Yeah, we're live. Evening. Sorry, I'm late. Yeah, Smoo Bear was. Yeah, I slept in. I went for 40 minutes, and yeah. So it's a bit chaotic. My sign's all squint and everything. It's just like, yeah, it's going to be one of these nights. With me tonight, we have all the way in America. We have Sergeant Bones. All right, Sarge.
Hi.
Oh, well, actually, it was America. He's in Germany now. Right now. Get my brain working. Get my brain working. He's American in Germany. Is that the right one? Aye.
Atlas for Terry.
Yeah. And then somewhere over in Mars is Lynn, of course. How you doing, Lynn?
All right. How's everybody?
Fine.
All the way from a planet called E-Models, somewhere in the UK. Of course, Chris.
That was me, evening all.
Oh, you're looking a bit dark tonight, Chris.
Am I? Sorry. How's that?
Crossed over to the dark side.
I thought I'd move and do a bit of work tonight, so I'm, you know.
Oh, that's all right, yeah. And God blimey, Governor, all the way down where the jelly deals are. It's Colin, Professors, what's up?
Hello, mate. You're all right?
So, yeah, apologies to everybody that I went for 40 winks and slept through my alarm, and everybody's sitting there with where's Smoo.
Apologies to everybody that was actually on time tonight. Yeah.
I feel like someone funeral, I think, actually. Yeah.
Your punishment is we're going to swear now so you don't get monetisation.
What's that monetisation? That's a fucking joke, that, is it? Oh. Right, anyway. Who's first in?
All the way up to top was me and Chris and then Kenneth.
Oh, Kenneth first in. Cool. All right, Kenneth.
Evening. Kenneth Shane's in as well. Scale model vamp. Gary's in.
Bobbington. Yeah, Bob.
Yeah, thermonuclear Bobbington.
Yeah. There's some guy in there called Sergeant Bones or something. I don't know who he is.
Who's that?
Yeah. Brett's in. Evening, Brett. Somebody for the Isle of Man. Yeah, is that 3 sheets across the Isle of Man? Chings.
Oh, yeah, 3 sheets. Yeah, he's getting his knee down. Well, getting his knee down on the track, but he's actually in the bar. It's a long story.
Yeah. Oh, James. Gary Pashley's in. Vamp's in. Yeah. Shane and Mark Skill Models. Evening all. Yeah, so it's been a fortnight since our last show. I've actually been at the bench making things.
Just the cut in. Vincent will be in shortly. He's just sorting out some real life stuff.
Oh, great stuff. It probably won't be as long as the normal show tonight because I've still got enough to get stuff. Cause probably about 9:30ish or something or thereabouts. We'll be on till the night, so a couple of hours. Expat's in. Hi to Smoo and the crew.
Hello, Expat.
Evening.
So I'm glad to say I've been busy at the bench, but it's not a traditional model kit I've been building.
Had some late ones, mate, didn't we?
Yeah, there's been a lot of our sleep pattern's been out of pot this week, and there's been a lot of late night.
We beat our 24-hour record, didn't we? By was it 27 hours? I think it was our hangout.
Oh, crazy! Absolutely crazy. So, been good though. Good laugh.
Oh yeah, but my man cave, it was fucking right, mate.
Yeah, I was actually going to buy a bulk pack of odour eaters and just instead of using wallpaper, just put them all over the wall, and that'll absorb all the man smells.
It smelled like a rugby player's locker room, mate. It was not that I would know what one of them smells like.
I'm on to cups of tea now. I used to drink tea a lot, and then my previous lady friend got me onto coffee, and I'm back onto tea again. Oh,
yes, it's a London thing, mate. We don't have a cold kettle in our houses, mate.
So, Lynn, my darling, what have you been up to? How are you doing?
Hang on 1 second and I'll show you.
Oh, you're having your tea, are you?
Yeah, I'm having my tea. Just
I can come back to you later if you want, if you're having a munch.
no, I'm right here.
Oh.
I've actually cleaned up my house.
Oh, you're a good girl.
Oh, he's over there somewhere. I've actually cleaned up my floor, so I actually have a floor.
Oh, wow.
But going back that way is still a mess.
Oh, so you've not quite.
I'm still working on my desk. Ours. We'll see if I can show you, Sweetie. There, Sweetie, eating his
Oh, he's on
lunch.
top of the. Oh, wait a minute. What's that? It's in the cage because there's something on the cage.
Oh, yeah.
He's on the way.
That's a bird, Terry.
Oh, the one on top's moving. That's the bird. What's the one that's in?
Inside the cage
Is that a pretend bird?
No, his toys.
Oh, it's his toys. All right, okay.
Welcome to Educating the Smoo.
I do sort of get it though. In the bird meant to be in the cage, and
Yeah,
what the cage is for?
yeah.
Is they call it a bird cage, or is that just because the bird sits on top of it?
It's
That was
because
just-
the bird sits on top of it.
Okay.
I leave the door open when I'm here so he can get out and play.
Oh,
When
not
I'm
the front
done
door,
is the
though.
only time I put him inside his house.
Yeah, but you don't leave the front door open though.
No.
No, just at the door of his bird cage. Right, anyway.
Have you got a collar for him? You can take him out for a walk.
Well, I
Uh,
can, but he doesn't like it.
Got one of those little ankle leads, just walks around like that with her hand up in the air.
A what lead?
Bird's going, fuck it out.
They do make flight harnesses that you can put on them and take them outside.
Oh,
Would it have enough bird power if you were on roller skates to pull you along?
He's not that strong to pull me.
Oh, you need to get him working out, puffing up
He's
his
88 grams.
8 grams. What do you-
88.
88. All right. Hmm.
Yeah.
Mike Hornsey's asking, did you just move in, Lynn?
In January.
Yeah. It's the same as me. I've got boxes everywhere, but it's usually Amazon ones.
it's a big house.
Yeah, it's quite nice. It's all one level, isn't it? So it's quite good. Davey UK's in.
Oh.
Hello, Davey. And obviously Mike Hornsey, because he was asking the question there. So, are you off all this weekend then, Lynn?
I'm off all this weekend.
Oh, good girl. So you can have a bit of R&R. Is it? Relaxation and rar. So how's Sarge doing? You've been away on your travels.
Yeah. Went up to northern part of Germany to a big hobby shop summer festival, and I picked up a bunch of loot up there, and then for the rest of the week I've been doing 50 Shades of Green.
50 Shades of Green.
Yeah,
Was there much?
there's 4 different shades of green on here right now.
Was there much sausage when you were up on your trips?
Many sausages.
Many sausage. Yes, the Germans like eating sausage.
Oh, yeah, and steaks and all kinds of stuff. Even saw some birds like Lynn's while I was there. Took time to go to a zoo.
A zoo.
Yep.
And they never kept you in, Sarge, because I mean you have got that certain look about you, and
Yeah, you know those primate animal, silverback. I know. My kids already made fun of me on that one. So they didn't catch me.
I take it you'll know I've got much built then if you've been away gallivanting.
No, just like I said, just been mostly. Oh, great. Just mostly been working on this with the painting,
Great stuff.
And then looking at all my stuff, of course, all the things I bought. I was like, ooh, new toys.
You got a lot of good deals because there was a lot of kits that you got back that cost you next to nothing, didn't they?
Yeah, like this one for £3.
Yeah, can't grumble at bargains like that. Like,
Yeah, can't complain. Which one was a classic? A classic from the past. I mean, I built this one originally in like 1970 something, from testers.
that's older than me. That
Yeah, it's probably no. How old are you?
me. I'm about 17, mate.
I'm from 11 to 12.
11, 12. Yeah. No, I think it was. This is the Reeboks from 2010 of the 1976 version. So.
1976. God, that would have been. Right.
And I think that was the Reeboks anyway from the 1969 version.
Actually, I thought it was the year that came out. I would have been just starting modelling. Yeah.
Yeah, but for Pete's sake, you know.
You would have been 9, Terry.
Yeah.
5 quid for it, you know.
I took my slippers off so I had more fingers to count on. Yeah.
Ah.
More fingers on my feet. Yeah. A bit weird.
And then because I had to, I didn't want the Voyager. I had to go against the grain. I got the 1/1000. Yeah. I had to go against the grain on that one. But a buddy of mine had built the same one, and he did a beautiful job. And he hand painted the Aztec decal markings. He did not decal it; he hand painted it.
Yeah, I hear the decals are pretty rubbish on it. They tear and rip and yeah. So painting's probably the way to go.
Are you going to do it with a red bit at the front so it's a Reliant Robin? Sorry, I'll get me coat.
Yeah. White coat dial 5.
Got this for
Nice.
25 quid.
Yeah, that's a cracking big shit. That is one.
And it's a beautiful kit, actually. You know, considering the price. The funny thing is, of course, the photo etch for it costs more than the kit.
Are you going to do the gun smoke effect like the box art there, Sarge?
No.
Yeah.
What I'm probably going to do to it, I'm listed opinion. Either this or the Little Tennessee is going to become like a steampunk battleship with lots of extra stuff all over it. But you know, I remember building the old monogram 1965 version of the Arizona.
Yeah.
As a kid, and I kind of missed that. You know, it was a beautiful model back then.
It's quite a poignant build as well, isn't it? The Arizona, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's
especially for an American, you know.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So probably steampunk the other one then.
Yeah, so I'll probably do the Tennessee as the steampunk.
Yeah.
Last, but at least what? Oh, got this for free. A 1/16 scale. 1/16 scale soldier.
That's cool.
It's actually 2 in 1. You got like the upper torso of one, and then a full standing figure of the other.
The headless horseman of the apocalypse. That's all right. You've got a no bad find then, eh? What have you got there?
You got that too.
That's kind of cool. Yeah.
And this was only what, 6 quid?
Well, you can put the upper torso in that one. Then it looked like he's driving.
Nah, it's too small. That's only 1/35.
Oh, is it?
That figure is 1/16.
Oh wow! It could be Terry driving then.
Yeah, you could just put them all inside an airplane cockpit and forget putting the rest of the pilot in. So it's just like.
Yeah, could do that.
Frankie goes to Hobbywoods and hiya, Frankie. Yeah, totally organised this evening. Yes, yeah, definitely.
No, it's not. It's never organised. Anyone think we know what we're doing?
Oh dear. Are you in for long, Chris?
I'm in for a bit.
What are you fiddling about with there, mate?
I'm doing me 3PO.
Yeah, I may have accidentally added one of them in my basket last
Yeah, I may
night.
have noticed. I got some complaints from some people who said I tried to order one of them, it's out of stock.
Yeah, stay perfect up, did he?
I said it's all Terry's fault because he's bought it. Yeah, I got a part of arms and legs over here that hopefully are on camera. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a fair size, that, isn't it?
It's massive.
So is that how long is that going to take you think?
I don't know. It's one of those things that now started I want to get into and do, but I put it on the back burner for a bit. I've got to wait for putty and stuff to dry in the holes that have needed filling.
Yeah, once you've got it all screwed together.
So yeah, it'll get done as and when. I'm videoing it for my channel anyway, so but I won't bother putting up any intermediate anything. It'll be all or nothing. So when it's done,
has it got a scale, Chris?
Hey,
has it got a scale, or is it just like?
It hasn't got a scale. It's 31 inches tall.
Right.
But it's basically half scale.
But half size.
Pretty much half size. I don't know, exactly. It might be a little bit less than that, but they didn't sell it. It's not a model kit. It's an action figure. It's like a mega size action figure.
Action figure.
So
good with your R2D2.
It will. It's almost exactly the right scale for the R2D2. That's why I got it. Someone on one of the R2 forums was showed them standing next to each other, and it was like, that looks really good.
Oh wow!
Get one of them.
That thing's huge.
Yeah, I accidentally clicked on the button of a large river, and yeah, there's
You accidentally asked me for the link to it,
Yeah, accidentally, yeah, and it's accidentally on its way to me.
Just stuff.
I know. What's Brett saying? Evening, guys and gals. I'm off out for a beer or two, then back to my PC to finish the night with you all. That's cool.
Later, Brett.
What's Nigel's Mustang and models? Everybody's got big names, sorry, isn't it, Brett? Oh, God, Terry, get your brain working, man.
Oh, why change the habit of a lifetime?
It seems to be quite common that a lot of people name their names after cars and everything. So, Colin, what have you been up to, mate?
Me? Oh, blimey.
Apart from the same as me, sleeping all day and up all night. But,
building an N88, a super rare air fix find. The flea bay. What else have I been up to? Been doing a bit on the Greebly.
Oh, that's a video build. Oh, right, okay.
And then the reason the bottom half is white is because it's going to be a tiger tank.
Is it? Oh, a tiger tank.
Yeah.
Would that have an interior on it, Cole?
Yes, it does.
Yes,
It's
cool. Oh, good stuff.
a ship's turret.
I
As its turret. I've also made a TARDIS.
Yeah.
Extra thin glue holder. And yes, it has a shark mouth.
So you've still got to do the lighting in that on that, haven't you?
Yeah. Lighting and decals for that. And then I've started a Messerschmitt.
Ooh. Nice.
Just got bits and pieces
Gluing
up on that. It's just where I've put all the cockpit together, and now I just want it to maintain its shape whilst it sets off. Making wheel wells for the wings that I was on about to you.
You've got to be custom.
Making all the wheel wells and everything that weren't in the kit. So
yeah,
scratch built all of those. And then obviously, well,
careful.
electricity.
Ooh, electricity. Yeah, we've been playing about with electricity.
So yeah, that's that side of it. And then I've been writing code in C to load on microchips to do stuff with future builds. So yeah.
Yeah, because you've got one of those fancy things called an Arduino, haven't you?
Yes. And I'm writing some programs for microcontrollers that will do all the LED lighting for our Starship Voyager builds. So you'll have a nice varied set of lights as well as sound and stuff like that.
I may or not have fallen into Amazon and got myself an Arduino kit as well. May or may not have.
Yeah, my stuff fits in my box because I organised it neatly.
I need to take all mine out, all the anti-static bags to fit it all in. But yeah.
I mean, not saying that I'm OCD at all, but it's.
Oh, you've done it that way, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Most of my stuff gets delivered and just gets put on the floor, and then you
so that's what I've been up to. I've wrote 5 sketches so far this last few nights on aircraft navigation, police lights, indicator circuits, and I'm midway through writing the code for the Voyager.
Yeah.
Nigel's asking, does Colin sing Henry VIII? Yes. Terry unfortunately had to hear me do that the other night.
I didn't show you the electronics that I've been playing around with, did I?
It was doing the full dancing jig because we'd been up so long and silliness ensued.
I didn't show you the electronics that I've been doing that Terry will probably have a heart attack when I show you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I cut his eyes out and I'm trying to figure out a switch at the back, but there you go.
Yeah. It's not smoke. It's not smoke.
It's on. There's no resistors in there at all.
Yeah. Resistance is futile, but yeah.
That was so funny. It's like, okay, you've now set the Smoo off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I did a TARDIS as well while I'm here. I did a TARDIS.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh, hold on. Let me just click on
Tiny TARDIS, isn't it?
Put it in the light.
Hang about. I'll try and do the zoomy bit like Fox does.
That must be the smallest TARDIS.
Hang about. I'll map my controllers and.
Need to explain it as well again, Terry, because obviously with Chris doing his one as well, people are probably wondering why we're all
doing TARDI. Yeah.
I don't know why everyone's doing TARDIS.
It's the first female Doctor Who, mate, and it's the
there you go.
significant thing, mate, at the end of the day.
A bit of fun. So the actual challenge was, now I don't know if 3D printing can be called scratch building, because you're telling the computer to do it, aren't you?
Well, I started with nothing and ended up with the thing. So
you built it from scratch, Chris, didn't you? Well, you printed it.
Yeah, that was kind of scary. That was almost like a Fox moment where it was like the pure edge of doom. Yeah, I'm making one out of balsa wood. Well, it'll probably all fall apart, but I'm scratch building one out of balsa wood, so I'm just working all the lighting section in the top at the moment. So the idea was, yeah, because Doctor Who has going to have its first female Doctor, and I happened to find plans online, and I had a big pack of balsa that I've, full that's nice balsa wood. That's been sitting there for ages, and I thought, why don't I make something with it? And Colin's going, oh, yeah, let's make TARDISes. Now, this is a question for you: is it one TARDIS and two TARDISes, or one TARDIS and two TARDI? That's a question for you guys.
TARDI.
TARDI, yeah. So we thought we would make a very own time machines, as you can tell the T-shirt, because of course the Doctor Who TARDIS is a time machine. So the challenge is, if you want to join in for a bit of a laugh, scratch build a TARDIS. It can be, now I found out there's all the different ones for the different series. I think mine's is the 2005 one.
It's the Christopher Eccleston TARDIS.
Aye, that one. So yeah, build a TARDIS. It's got to be scratch built, so you can make it out of paper, cardboard, styrene, balsa wood, anything you want, but you've got to build it from scratch. And if enough people enter for it, we might run a wee competition. You can win yourself a Time Machine T-shirt. So we're thinking about doing that.
Is the smallest TARDIS one of the entrant categories?
Having the smallest TARDIS, yeah, but it's not scratch built though.
It's just not even nothing. I painted it.
Right, Chris, I commend you for the effort there.
That must have been fun painting that one, Chris.
Yeah, painting it's fun. Getting the wording on the little sign was difficult.
Yeah.
I got one problem though, guys. Maybe you can help me with this. I keep trying to get the interior of my TARDIS inside of it, and it's just like bigger than the outside.
As Chris said, I made a glaring error with mine where the actual inside is the same size. But
yeah.
I actually got questioned when I put up that I'd ran out of paint at the moment for painting it. It says, "Aye, were you painting the inside by any chance when you ran out of paint?" Because the inside's big. Yeah.
Mind you, saying that the Smooisms have been good. There have been copious amounts of wouldn't-y, didn't-y, and canny have been going.
Yeah, quite a few. I'm just having a look at the chat there. What's that?
Sound of cracking balsa wood has been heard on several occasions.
And oh shit, that's too long. See, I have noticed with balsa wood, if you cut it too short, you can't like glue on the other bit on the end. You've just got to make another bit. But it's actually been quite good working with. I've not worked with that since I was a young boy at school.
Oh, Spidey is such a nerd, isn't he?
What's he saying?
No, TARDIS is because it's an acronym and TARDI don't work. He is the Spencer Reid of the modelling community, isn't he?
Oh, God. So it's TARDIS. No, it's TARDI. Yeah, definitely TARDI.
What does it stand for then? Do you know what it stands for?
Time and relative dimensions in space.
Right. So how could it be TARDI then?
Why not?
What would that stand for?
Dimensions in pigs in space. I don't know. Yeah, but it's plurals and stuff.
Plurals and stuff, yeah.
So would that be time and relative dimensions in space? If it was TARDIS,
yeah. Well, there are more than one, isn't there? In Star Trek. In Doctor Who lore, there will be more than one.
Mark calling Arson. What?
Didn't they all turn up at one? They all turned up at one of the Christmas specials.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
So was it just a yard sale then?
Universes and yeah.
They're all in space, and they used a lot of footage of the older Doctors in it. It was really good.
That was cool. I even saw that episode.
Try to remember the name of the original.
In my Voyager, I'm redoing an infamous egg that I did, so I'm actually going to have either Han Solo or Chewbacca reading a Doctor Who comic in the Star Trek Voyager.
Yep.
Now, just to let you know that if he's doing that, the characters are going to have to. Oh! I'm not supposed to have started that yet. Yeah.
No, I do believe that it was a back in the box moment. We were saying that, wasn't it?
Ooh. Yeah. We haven't started the build though. No, we haven't started the build. We've been drilling out windows on them. Myself, Colin, and Vincent have got the Voyager. So we haven't started the build because we're going to put a group build up on the dungeon. Anything Star Trek. So we haven't started the build. All we're doing is drilling out windows.
That constitutes fettling, as you well know.
Fettling, yes.
I was incorrectly accused by you and Lynn for starting my fire engine.
But I think your good wife would agree with me that you did.
Yeah, I mean, that's how bad it got. You going, oh, he started his fire engine trying to get my own missus to drop me in it.
Yeah, but I mean, the whole story of you accidentally knocked over a bottle of flock and it perfectly landed on an inside of the cab without any over thing in the exact area that you wanted it. Yeah, that was an accident.
No, I have since gone on to tidy my man cave to prevent such an accident from happening again.
Yeah, but good news on that. Obviously, because it was fettling and you haven't started the kit yet. You managed to make your right-hand drive dash and floor from a left-hand drive vehicle. I thought that was very impressive.
Yes, I did do a bit of forward planning, not construction as such, but
no, there was no cutting or glue involved.
No, or flocking or paint or anything of that nature. No, it was just so that when it comes to us doing the buddy build, it didn't go out of sync. Where I would have to take a time out to do all of that prep.
Spend a week doing the mods and then
filmed it now, then it can be just edited into the series when we start. It saves a bit of time when we come out doing the build.
What I was really proud of was you've had your first go, obviously because you were converting the dash from left to right-hand drive.
Oh, yeah.
You had your first go at casting with the resin and that, and you were quite impressed with the little kit that you got.
Oh, yeah. It came out really well. You know, I cast it when me and you was on a hangout, wasn't it? And, yeah, it came out really well. So... What
did the kit come with? 2 bottles with for the rubber?
Yeah, you got your silicone mould making ingredients, as well as your 2 parts epoxy with loads of mixing cups and all the detritus that goes with it. But yeah, it was really good, and I've still got shed loads of it left.
Relatively inexpensive as well. What was it, £20 or something for your kit?
Yeah.
Aye.
So, you know, you learn different things as you do it, you know. So there's things I'd do differently, like make the mould a bit tighter to the actual piece so you don't use so much silicone. But, you know, it's
a learning thing, that. But the more silicone you've got, the more sturdy it would be, you would think.
Yeah. You know, that's why I sort of went that option, you know, because I didn't want the mould bursting or anything like that. But yeah, it came out really well. It's achieved what I wanted it to achieve. So
it's another wee thing that you've wanted to try. So that's another one you can sort of go tick.
Well, yeah, because it just leans itself to other things. You know, we've all got dioramas that we do where you need oil drums and petrol cans and things like that. So you can pour the resin in and bosh, job done, you know. So.
Just going to catch up in the chat for a wee second, Colin. What's Bob saying? His dog sitting for a week at his sister's house, so no building anything for me. Too many dog hairs. Yeah, I'm quite lucky. I don't have any pets, so I don't have any stray cat or dog hairs. Just smooth detritus floating about usually. What else have we got? Spidey saying we should build a model dog. Added authenticity. They're all having a wee laugh in there. Spidey's great idea, Colin. I like it. What's Vamp going? Oh, good. I have a Gen Grievous and one of those new TIE fighters coming in soon. So that's for the Star Wars build up we'll announce. On it. It's going to be like a winter build call, innit? Anything from the Star Trek?
Yeah. Do it. I don't know. Do we do it over the Christmas period into the New Year?
Yeah.
Our build schedule is, isn't it? Because I mean,
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just rereading what Vamp said there. Yeah, that's
yeah, it's that famous Star Wars Voyager Sarge, isn't it? You know, the one that came with the 3K9 and Tom Baker.
That's the one with the boy wizard in it, isn't it?
That's the one.
And the Millennium Enterprise.
Yeah, the cannabis smoking bloke. Was it Harry Potted?
Harry Potted.
Yeah. And Jar Jar Picard.
Yeah. Other potheads are out there.
Only the one that used to sell at the market around your way, is that was Harry Trotter.
Harry Trotter. Trotter's independent trading. Yeah, he had a Reliant as well. Was that not the Star Trek fleet?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is it. You know, Sarge could do his Reliant in the Only Fools and Horses colours.
Yeah.
New York, Paris, Peckham, Mars.
Yeah, that'd be
That's
cool.
the way to do it.
But have you got anything Star Trekky, Lynn, in your stash?
I have the Enterprise D in my stash, but I'm about to click on the Voyager's about to fall into my lap.
How did that happen, Lynn?
I don't know. I've always wanted to build the Voyager, and
what you can say is you went to get something off your shelf and a pot of Tamiya fell and hit the keyboard. Buy it now button.
I think it did.
Yeah, that's a common occurrence.
Yeah, it can happen.
Paul Freeman's in and saying hi, everyone. Hiya, Paul.
Hello, Paul. You're right, geese.
Yeah, I actually got Rivet counted off of Vince because when we're sitting in the Hangouts, I'm going, and he says that's not the right music for that one.
Yeah.
It's actually the right music for. Can you see it up there? I've got the what is it? The next darkness. I've got the Into Darkness one. So yeah,
that's not the right music for that one.
Yeah, and I've got my stuff all. Oh look, there's a bipedal two-legged.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just cover that up.
It's quite funny when Vincent tells us off because we're like, parents been chastised by a child. It's great.
He's currently working on an original series, which is the first mould that came out. It's had a couple of parts redone on the dish or something, and he's actually had to buy a load of photo etch for masking it off to cut all the windows out, and that looked a bit of a job, but he's cracking on with that.
He's done a nice job of it.
Yeah,
he does do really nice work. Mr. Loft's Modern Meg.
That's right. He might be in later on. I think he's got family things on the scene. Yep. But yeah, so
because you know he could do with a bit of support. That's him.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, yeah, we'll fire it up. Aye, tail end of the year. I mean, as I say, we've not actually started the build. You know, we're just drilling windows out, getting some of the monotonous stuff out the way, so that when we go to start the build, the windows are already drilled out, and we can.
Yeah, I mean, I've got quite a backlog of a build schedule anyway, so I need to catch up on a few of those requests on stuff that people want me to film. So.
Well, Paul's saying he's just got back from Silverstone. Oh, hope you had a nice time at Silverstone, Paul.
Yeah, I was there last year for the MotoGP, mate. Dodgy weather today. Any news on Tito Rabat?
Did somebody have an off call, did they?
Yeah, I've not seen the news since.
He's got some Star Trek stuff coming as well, so that's good. And Warhammer. That's fine. He's going nice, Paul. Good weather for the racing. Yeah, so as you guys will have noticed, I kind of lost my mojo for a bit. And going on to something different rather than plastic kits and playing about with balsa wood and having to make something from scratch up for plans, and that's actually got my mojo back. I mean, Colin, I'll tell you, I've been sitting basically since last Friday. I've been at my bench doing stuff. So I'm quite chuffed with how my TARDIS is coming along. I've been putting pictures up here and there of it. So it's not going to be an exact replica of the studio model. It's going to be my interpretation for a plan. So,
don't paint it the wrong colour, will you?
Yeah, apparently the blue. Yeah, there's certain shades of blue, and I hope I've got mine the right colour, because, you know, if I haven't got it RAL, whatever it is, I'm going to be fucked.
Telling the colourblind bloke he's got the wrong shade of blue. It's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. But, yeah, so that's really got my mojo up doing that. And, of course, it involves the electricity as well, because I'm going to light it up with the blue light and everything like that. So, yeah, it's been a bit of fun and a bit of giggle. Sitting, chatting into the late hours, making things. So, yeah.
It's been a long week. A long week.
Colin, what's that above your melted clock? There's a wee yellow guy there. Who's that?
Oh, that's my little minion, that is.
Oh, he's cool.
Made out of Kinder Egg.
Oh, you scratch built him?
Yeah, you know, the little thing you get inside the Kinder Eggs.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, little,
like that.
Little model making minion there with an opti visor and that. So.
The things you do when you're bored.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that. What's Expat Spain saying 50 Shades of Pink? Where's he getting the 50 Shades of Pink from? Oh, yeah. Do the TARDIS in pink. Ray's in. Hello, my friend Ray. I take it you've got the night off, Ray, because
what he's done is he knows John's in the Isle of Man, so he's had a Skype and finished early.
Yeah. Gordon's alive. Yes, John Three Sheets Bennett is currently across in the Isle of Man watching the classic Manx TT. And the weather hasn't been very nice or something. Oh, right enough. Being a woman Doctor Who, we should have done the TARDIS in pink.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the new female
side pink and put net curtains up in the windows and shizzle.
Spidey's just cracked a funny there. He says, "You should be pleased with that, Smoo. It's not a tardy build." Haha. Yeah, get your coat. Get your coat.
Get your coat.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that once I get this built, that I can keep at the bench and get some other stuff finished and other stuff started. So, and the weather's got a bit cooler as well, and it's raining outside, so it kind of makes you want to do stuff. So what's it?
Realise if you finish that TARDIS, that'll be the first build you've completed this year.
It's not actually, you cheeky bastard.
It's the second.
It's about the 4th or 5th, actually. John's heard us. He's in the chat. He's just getting food. So obviously the magic of the interwebs, and he's figured out his device to connect to.
No, what he's done is he's got 3 mates sat there and he's gone, right, now how do I do this again?
Oh, experts say it's 38 degrees there. No, I've had a lot of rain up here, which has actually been quite nice because the man cave's been a lot cooler. And obviously with my sleep pattern being out the pot and up late at night, it tends to be cooler and quieter, and you can just go on and do stuff.
I accept full responsibility.
Nothing to do, you mate. It's just can never sleep. So what's he saying? John's giving it true, Colin. Yeah, he's got all his mates.
You're well enough, John, mate. I know.
Yeah. So yeah, I might actually get back. Oh, God forbid I actually get that RZ finished, eh? And
the Herald, the Beetle, the Peterbilt, the
Beetle,
the motorbike.
I keep getting distracted. It's like once it go, oh look, Terry, shiny things. I'll go.
Colin does that to me all the time.
When?
Anytime I turn around, Colin, you give me an idea to do something totally off the wall.
Not sure what to do with this. How about one of those? And he's like, I'll make a note of that. I'll do that.
It's Chris's fault for my latest falling into the top.
You can't blame me for that. No.
It's like, that's a big kit. How much is that? Is it like hundreds of pounds? No, it's about £30. Is it? Is it? Oh.
I'm going to back Chris up here, mate, because he didn't force you to go and buy it.
He did.
You know,
he had my arm up behind my back and everything.
I did.
Asked him how he done the eyes and really got into it, and it's all send us the link, send us the link, send us the link.
all right.
Only obliged because he's been very polite.
I am.
But if he hadn't have showed me it, I wouldn't have wanted one.
If he hadn't shown me it.
But that's his fault.
Yeah.
Oh, here he is.
Oh dear. Oh
Oh,
Hello. There we go.
son.
Oi!
There we go. Hello.
Hello, mate.
How you doing, mate?
What?
How you doing?
I'm fine. Just sat down behind the desk. Just.
So you're just getting set up.
We've only been killing time until you got here.
Yeah.
I know you were waiting on me. I know I'm so important to your existence, but
Absolutely, mate.
It's going to seem really bad now, but I'm going to have to go.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's your aftershave, Vince. That's what it
But
is.
at least I didn't go 2 minutes ago, because that would have been worse.
Mm.
So hello, Vincent, and goodbye, Vincent, and goodbye, everybody.
have a good evening, Chris. Nice to see you, mate.
I'll catch you all again another time.
Yeah, you take care, Chris. Thanks for popping in, mate.
Good
Catch
night.
you later on, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Hello.
Bye, mate.
Yeah, as I was saying to the viewers earlier on, Vincent, this was your fault. That's the wrong tune, isn't it?
Well, you see the mess on the chair behind me, right? That's like 2 boxes of Star Trek standing there.
Is that the original series one that you were doing all the
No,
footage?
the Rafael Voyagers are lying there for when I feel like drilling out windows, and yeah, well, series 1, which is completely drilled out now. Some minor cleanup to do, but yeah. Just get the
Nigel's Mustang and Models is going. Vincent, do you actually have any room to work on your bench? His ex-man's bragging, he's just
that's a fair question, but it's working with all these templates.
See, this is where I can now say to you, your bench is a right slough pit.
yours wasn't.
I'll happily agree to that one. Yeah.
Yours wasn't much different to that a wee while ago, Colin. You were like postage stamp space.
I actually switched off the downward cam shot that I normally have because the space of my bench had basically got down to just enough for the shark mouse to sit in.
Yeah.
And I was that ashamed that I actually disabled me many cam until I've tidied my bench out.
So, Colin's actually got some working space. So, Lynn's been tidying up. Colin's been tied up. Vincent, me and you need to get our act together and get our benches spotless.
Yeah.
You don't even want to see mine.
Yeah, you're very clever. You're like me with your camera shots, so you have it away from the bench.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Spidey's giving it higher, Vincent.
I don't have YouTube.
Paul Freeman's going, obviously this was an answer to a question that
Yeah, he's been airlifted.
no news on him.
Yeah, basically the accident, there was aquaplaning at Silverstone.
Broken leg.
Corner, and he went into the gravel and struck a motorcycle that had fell over.
Right, yeah.
There was multiple people going off because of the rain.
Yeah, we had a couple of a lot of the back Spa-Francorchamps qualifiers today in the F1 going off.
Don't tell me, mate, because I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, please.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not going into details, but they were struggling with the wet weather over here as well.
I sometimes wonder when they do races now. I know, but it's if it's a damp track or light rain, it requires a different skill set to race fully on a wet track. But sometimes for the sake of money and sponsorship and that, they're putting people's life at danger when they're racing it.
The riders know the danger, Terry. It's a adrenaline rush. I mean, Jack Miller, who I love his maverick style. Everyone's riding around on wet weather tyres, and he goes out and does 2 laps on slicks. It's like fucking hell.
Yeah, aye.
You know what I mean? Because it is that
But it's around.
competitive streak in them. You know, they are.
But when there's that much standing water, that the mist coming up for either the bike or the car in front, spraying up, and you can't see where you're going. You've got to call it quits when it's like that, surely.
Yeah.
If you're on two wheels, I would say.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those. You know, it is an adrenaline rush. They're wired differently than us, aren't they? At the end of the day, yeah. James Tosland summed it up brilliantly when he was talking about being forced to retire due to his wrist injuries and that. You know, and he said that was his life for 20 years, and he ate and slept motorcycle racing, and suddenly it's taken away from you, and it's taken him 7 years to get over it.
Yeah.
You know, to adjust to the normality, because your whole life evolves around that sport and the desire to compete. You know, Valentino's a great example. You know, he's still going at 39, albeit not to the standard he once was, but he can't walk away because he's got a passion for it still.
Chris is just putting in chat by all. He's obviously away doing stuff. Expats joking with Colin, so you don't want to know who's on pole then.
No.
Nope.
And Clinton Yields is in. He's going, hello everyone. Yeah, it's. I mean, for all I like my bikes, when I was younger, I was a bit of that sort of mentality, a bit screwlish. You're scared of nothing, and you know, but you didn't really have the knowledge or the skill. I think once you come off a bike a couple of times, but yeah, I've been on a track and stuff, and it's good fun, but I've not quite got the, dare I say it, I've not got the balls to fucking try what these guys do. It's really impressive, and the lean angles.
Oh, absolutely, you know, and it's totally different now how they ride, isn't it, to what you was used to watching, you know, but everything progresses. But
and the sheer speed of the bikes now, I mean, blip, you're into three figures, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah, you know, if ever you get the chance, Terry, to go to a modern GP event or whatever, go, mate.
I've been up to see the super bikes and that at Knockhill, and it's great to watch. It really is, but it's a bit like boom, boom. But it's quite a short track at Knockhill, so they're not really getting up to great speeds. John saying he's got to try and get in, so he's going to try and get in live for the Isle of Man. Clinton saying Jack Miller is a mad Aussie, that's why. I don't know Jack Miller.
He is a mad Aussie.
Yeah.
He's the guy who went round the wet track on slicks, bless him.
Well, John's saying he's been round the track today, so yeah, obviously when they're crossing the Isle of Man and they're not racing, you can actually go round, but some people go a bit mad. That's when a lot of members of the public end up taking it too far. So he's been round the track today, yeah. So did you get your knee down, John?
Knowing John, he probably got his elbow down, his shoulder down. He was in the bar. He just took his leg off and left it by the track so he could get his knee down, didn't he?
Just imagine him now going through the mountain section, absolutely pinning it, and the tassels on the end of his bars going.
Yeah, he'd been riding along in his Stetson with his tasseled jacket on and his jacket,
and his leather crotchless chaps on, giving it.
Got the theme tune of Sons of Anarchy playing in the background, you know, riding in the storm.
Flat in the tank, you know, just hook your legs up on the back seat, you know.
Yeah.
Planking.
Oh yeah, he got a triple open fracture, Tito, according to what's coming up on Twitter. So it could be the end of his season. Nasty injury.
You see folks like Ross saying that when they just pin them together and then 6 weeks later they're fucking back on the bike again.
Yeah, true enough.
What's John saying? Too many cops. Yeah, spell check, John. Spell check.
Yeah.
And expats going, all Aussies are mad. But yeah, so Vincent, we haven't checked in to see what you've been up to. You settled in at your bench now. You can maybe show us what you've been up to.
Yeah, just like this is what I've been up to most of the time. Drilling holes.
It's a flying saucer.
Drilling holes in the main saucer and body of the Enterprise, because this is basically all blank with very little window detail on it.
You were saying that kit is the original one, which originally when that came out, that all had raised lines or something like that.
Yeah, it had a raised span line on the top, and it still has raised span lines on the bottom, where normally you would find on the studio scale models, it's actually just pencil. They do the entire grid in pencil.
You showed us a good video on that, didn't you? The actual guys working on the studio.
Yeah, because the Smithsonian restored the big studio scale.
Yeah. Oh, Sarge, you get the chance to watch it. It's phenomenal work.
Mm-hmm.
It's true artists, proper artists.
It's funny because you see it and you'd expect it to be great. But the big studio scale model, because of the lighting they used and because of the cameras, and they used blue screens instead of the green screens, if I'm not mistaken, back then.
Yeah, originally, yeah.
Which completely changed the hue of the color, so they had to paint it green to make it look grey on screen.
Yeah.
Which is why it's got that like algae green to it, almost.
Honestly, when we're painting our models up, we're doing like what it looks like in the movie, and not like the...
When Voyager comes up, that's modern green screen technology already, because Voyager, when it came out in the late 90s, to be fair, was at the top of the game when it came to CGI and special effects generated by computer. I've shown you that when I was, because you'd never seen the show, right, Terry?
The only one I really followed when I was younger was the original ones with William Shatner and all that, you know.
Yeah.
Leonard Nimoy and all that. And I've watched bits and bobs of the one with the baldy guy that goes Engage. What's his name?
Jean-Luc Picard, Star Trek.
He's reprising his role as Captain Picard, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's all the ones I've ever seen. I've not seen any of the new ones, the next generation and all that. So, let's have a look in here. Clinton Neal's obviously who's down under, because we were talking about mad Aussies and all, mad Aussies and all that. He says not all of us, some are madder. Yeah. And Gary Pass was saying a couple of aspirin, lift him on the bike, will be all right. Yes, a different breed.
Yeah, probably race tomorrow then.
Yeah. What I'll do, Vincent, is I'll let you talk through what you're doing, because I just want to make a quick cup of tea. Is that okay?
Yeah, no worries. Let me take all the bits, basically.
What year is that kid, Vince?
1966. Well, the original tool is they retooled it a year or two ago for the upcoming 50th anniversary of the franchise.
So that is the one that I built probably from '78, the original.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of Star Trek fans that are older than me that have built it as kids in the 70s.
Yeah. There was no such thing as electricity for us back then. It's a really inside of it, you know.
Yeah, because back then you were still relegated to using tungsten bulbs, which means heat, and in something that's only this big, that's a bad idea. Because
yep,
old car dashboard bulbs and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why the holes, like when you look at the original scale model. This is what the red and green strobe are, like on like you would have on a
doubled.
They're massive. They're like the size of my thumb. They're like the top piece of my thumb. They're like that big on the big studio scale model. It's like the other thing I've been working on is I've been cracking on the that side and the swap.
Oh, right, yeah.
Cool.
Bodies all together. Started working on the arms and backpack now, because the arms and the backpack aren't really that many parts, so I'm doing those all together.
Yeah.
Hey, and there's John. Hey, John.
Hey, John.
Hi, guys.
Hello, mate. All right.
Yeah. Hey, hello.
Happy days.
Man.
Happy days, mate.
There's a bike over there, look.
Yes,
I'm here.
Apologies, I was making a quick cup of the tea.
Yeah.
John's just in here, Teddy.
Was that the Smoo I saw riding past there like Miss Daisy?
Yeah.
Take me off his head, Teddy, because John just entered.
Yeah, hiya, John. Live from the Isle of Man. How you doing, mate?
I'm all right, mate. We're stood in the middle of Ramsey at the minute.
God, you're getting to grips with this new technology stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, look, that's where they were coming around the corner not long ago.
Cool.
This is where they come out there and they flip it over and just off up there, up to the mountain. The mountain's that way.
Yeah.
So, did you manage to get your knee down? Hey?
Too many coppers about, mate. Yeah, too many coppers, and I don't like the the on-the-spot fines.
Yeah, that and the fact that if you mess around too much, they kick you off the island.
Oh, really?
Yes. 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 We've been talking to people that have had it happen to them.
Yeah, getting a bet and doing what's her name out of Titanic.
Right, so we'll do a proper one. Here's our roving reporter, John 3 Sheets Bennett, live from the Isle of Man. And what's the weather report over there?
What's the weather like? The weather's been actually nice today. Today's the first time we've not had any rain.
Oh dear, but you're enjoying yourself.
Racing.
Yeah, it's been absolutely brilliant.
Ray says hi. He said he's working really hard whilst you're away. You like what I did there, Ray?
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, we came over. The ferry sailing was uneventful. So yeah, it's rained ever since. But today it's been sunny all day today. Full day racing and full day practice.
Happy day.
So we went up to Craig the Bar last night and watched the practice and had a bite to eat.
So, are you limited on what speed you can go around? Oh, something way off the bike. Are you limited at what speed you can go around on the bike then? I thought there was no speed limit on certain bits.
No. You stick to the speed limits. 30's 30, 40's 40. You go over it, you'll get hammered.
But I thought the mountain section and that there wasn't any.
No, the speed limit on the mountain section is strictly enforced. Just up the road here, there will be all the coppers sitting on the corner. They watch you go by. There's a cop car halfway across the mountain, and they pull you up at the other end.
What's the speed limit for the mountain section?
You what?
What's the speed limit for the mountain section?
60. But yeah, we've cottoned on what they do. As you head off up the mountain and stuff, you think, oh, there's nobody about against some welly. And then just as you come up through the gooseneck, as you're at the top of as you're climbing up, there's a copper sitting there up by the Joey Dunlop Memorial, catches you with his raid gun. And then when you get down to Craig the Bar, they pull you in and give you a fine. You have to pay it on the spot.
So they've got alien policemen now that are actually catching you with ray guns.
Yeah, Ray's saying he wants his gun back.
Well, at least you get the ride on the court.
Yeah, we did that this morning. We set off about 8 o'clock. Before Plod was awake. And we'd got round the course and back into Douglas before the first cop car left the police station, because we know where the cop shop is. But I don't know if you can see, but that between the two pubs is where they come down and head off up to the mountain. Where they come out of there,
right,
that way round, and off up there, that direction, that's up to the mountain.
Yeah. Well, is that where they slow down just a tad to make that corner then?
No, they don't slow down on the island ferry.
I'll tell you what, the one thing that I have noticed is when you watch it on the TV, right, you don't realise the gradient of the roads.
Yeah.
Right. We came in and we started off on the start-finish straight and went down the main straight, and that is a very steep hill you go down. You are braking all the way down. They go full tilt.
Wow.
Ray Hill as well.
Yeah, and then when you go up to the gooseneck and stuff, you're climbing up there, and you've got to drop it down in the first, and you've got to crawl round there. Yeah, they go round at full pelt.
Yeah, see, the thing is, you've got the added disadvantage of your tassels drag on the ground when you're lying over so far.
it's when you see them go past the dry stone wall and then they pick the bike up just so that they don't crash it out on the corner. It's like unbelievable.
Yeah. But it's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, good for you.
But there's no racing tomorrow. It's off up to the big show up at the far end of the island on the other side tomorrow. Derby.
Cool. We apologise to our viewers for the crackling. It's one with his bloody earbuds.
But yeah, we're off to Derby tomorrow because it's the big festival about cycling, and they're doing a what is it? Mark Elwood, Ducati and stuff memorial. They've got all the Ducatis up there.
Oh, cool. You're making me hungry. I've not had my tea yet.
But, hey, look.
Now for a short intermission. Danny's fine because
The place is packed.
you're going to say, can I have my next burger for free, please? Because I've just had you on the interwebs.
Right. There's a chip shop just backside, well, opposite where I'm stood, and the queue's down the road to the quay.
Oh God! So I take it you sort of go and watch a race and leave your leg in the queue. Please.
Yeah, funny.
Right, that's cool, Joe. So are you just going to be sitting, hanging here for a wee while?
Yeah.
Cool.
How long are you with you? What I'm filling my face?
Right, I'm going to take your volume down just a wee. That crackling's getting on me.
Microphone rubbing on something.
So yeah, Vamp was saying about Vince's bench. God of all models, Vince's
I cleaned it up. I've got them to work.
Oh, he's actually cleared a little space now.
Yeah.
Hey.
Like most of it was tools for from doing all the holes in the Enterprise.
They
Because
said tools and holes.
yeah, no, but once you get started, because like you're drilling it out, and then you're taking your knife, and then you're like, oh, I need my files, and then and because you're constantly switching between the tools you're working with, and it ends up.
That sounds plausible, Vincent. I'll buy that, mate.
Yeah. Go for that one. So what have all the guys in the chat been up to since this past fortnight, since we've been off? Up to anything exciting at all? He's obviously enjoying his time off. He's not having to smoke up for shelter.
Oh, wait. Got a bit smothered there by the motorcycle.
I think I'll have to do a stock check when I get home.
A what check? Spot check.
Stock check.
A stock check. Oh, race. Mind you, there has been an increase in model sales on the interwebs on the flea base. Yeah, a lot of.
Yeah, all these bear kits for sale all of a sudden, right? I mean,
Yeah.
And they're being listed in euros, so I suspect somebody from is Malta still.
Yeah, I mean, Ray
Malta's a part of Spain, so yeah, they use the euro.
Ray phoned us up and said he found a big stash of models.
There you have it.
In time for calling.
Oh no, Sarge just got his sticker board up at the back of him. Oh, he's still got any for me. I'll need to get your address and send you some of mine miserable little stickers.
I don't have one from you. I got Fox, Chris, E-Models, Model Balkonig. Over on the other side, I got some others. I don't have one from you. Damn, Tony. How can you do this to me?
I don't have your address. You'll need to sort that out because I've got stickers up here. I'm sure I could send you some stickers.
That'd be great.
I'm getting there with mine, but yeah, I could do with more stickers for yeah.
Yeah, let's see what you got there.
Oh, I've got Hero Boy, Northwest, E-Models, Frankie Goes to Hobbywoods on there, Team Annette, Fox, Gross, Black Rifle Model Works,
Oh,
Total Scale Models. I've got a few. I'm getting there with them.
and a Suzuki sticker somewhere, huh?
on my Snap-on roll cabinet, actual laptop sitting on there. Oh, actually, yeah. Cheers for this, by the way. I take it that's a cafe that you go to, John, the biker. So he sent me a wee part up along a couple bits, but yeah, I have got Suzuki 11-inch. Oh, everyone's going to fall down now because I've got food everywhere. Oh, it will come out. Yeah. The Smoo Industries holder. This one is was sprayed in, I think was it GSX 1000, GSX 1400 colours.
Yeah.
So yeah, so there's my extra thin, my goopy, well, extra thin, goopy, extra thin, and my second sol. Yeah. So that's all Suzuki.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Oh, I've got so much balsa kicking about. Oh, and this is all going to fall over. Yeah. So, any of the guys in the chat for a laugh? Hi. Anybody up for? Should I put a post up for building Tardai or Tardises?
Why not?
Anybody want to join in with it? Flying machine build. And as I say, if people do actually get on board and scratch build stuff, we'll judge who's the best and the winner. It's a time machine teacher.
Yeah, there were a few people asking about a group build, weren't there?
So we'll do that as a bit of a fun one, and obviously the Star Trek build will be a winter build, and we'll figure out a time plan for it. We'll probably run it over quite a few months, so it gives loads of time for folks to do it in the background. Expat saying he's just getting ready for his resin printer. There's a lot of folk moving into 3D printing now, which is quite interesting. Shane is saying he's just finished the Italieri Mark II Escort RS 1800 and now doing the bell kits Opel Manta, the Jimmy McRae one. That looks a good kit. That Manta kit, Shane.
Yeah, definitely is. I've seen
was Colin got a Monza, and unfortunately, I wish he would make a Monza, but
only diecast models.
Yeah, Colin would love a plastic kit of that.
Well, that.
John, I'm just going to mute you for a wee. Right, I've just muted John there for a second because he's rustling away like a maddie there. all we can hear is rustle, rustle, rustle. So yeah, I've just muted you for a second, John, whilst you're eating your scoff. Yeah, the Manta, the Bellkit's Manta looks a good kit. I was looking at that myself.
Yeah.
But Colin was saying that you couldn't really make it into a Monza. It would be an awful lot of
totally different body, mate.
Yeah, it is. The whole front end is seriously different.
Yeah, I've got small die cars, but hey, I've got the real car at the end of the day. So.
Yeah, sitting there. What is it? Straight six it's in it, Colin, isn't
it? Yeah, 3 litre straight six with a sports auto.
Oh.
Yeah, grey import from Germany.
Oh, so it'll be the steering wheel will be on the wrong side then?
No, I had it converted back to right-hand drive, mate.
And did you have to use your resin making stuff to do that?
No. So I had full leather interior done at the same time.
Oh, be nice. Is that a classic now? That would be a classic? Yeah.
Definitely.
Shane's saying that Manta kit's really good so far. Everything fits superb. I've heard a lot of good stuff about these bell kits, but they're a bit more complex than your standard.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're not. They're not. Open the box, pour glue in, shake it, and
yeah, they're not a shake and bake kit. Yeah, they need a wee bit.
Because they don't actually do decals when it comes to like the seat belts. You'll get a piece of ribbon, right color, right size, and then you have to do it your own. Like, the same stuff you'd buy aftermarket or from like a tailoring shop to make your own cloth seat belts. They already provide that.
That's the good thing about those kits is they've really got everything you need in them to do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's maybe some parts that you could possibly upgrade, especially when it comes to the underside. But then again, how many people actively look at the underside of their models?
I think the maximum we could do would be, a little bit of the exhaust pipes on the older cars, because they were, still open underneath. They weren't all covered up like the modern ones. And maybe the disc brake upgrade kit, go for metal ones, PE ones or steel or something like
like the ones that build up in layers to
Right. That's the only thing I'd even think about adding to those. Jeez.
True enough. Yeah.
John,
I'm really interested in the new kit they brought out, because there's 2 new kits coming out. One's already been released, which is the Metro 6R4.
What?
The Metro.
The Metro 6R4, the tiny little Metro with the huge engine in the middle.
You're kidding.
Yeah, they released one, 2 versions.
Dude.
And there's another release coming up as well in 2 versions, but they've not yet announced any details on that. And they've done a second run on the Escort Cosworths as well. So,
oh my God!
Get them while you can.
John, just so you know, I muted your audio because it was crackling. If you want to talk, you'll need to unmute yourself, mate.
Oh man, I don't believe I didn't catch that they were going to make the Metro.
Oh yeah, 6R4, yeah.
Oh my God!
Well, the real Metro was a really shit car, wasn't it? Though?
Yeah, but the racing version.
The 6R4 was fucking sweet, mate.
I've just
quickly screenshare that.
Whoa.
There we go. So there's a modern, like a current WRC C3 coming out, and then 4 more kits that they're, still waiting on licensing. This is a little 6R4 that they brought up.
Yeah, buddy.
That just looks like a Metro with a wild body kit on it.
You see where all the cars are going?
Computer vision in the Dunlop Rockman's livery.
Oh. Now, if only they come out with, granted, nobody gives a flying, what about it, right? But I really wish they'd bring out some of the Fiat Puntos that they had back in the rally racing days, the 2000s days, I think. And the Grande Puntos, they had some wicked body kits on those. I've owned the old Punto and the newer Punto, so I'd love to get one of those, fast.
Yeah, when we're talking Italian rally, I don't know if anyone does a decent Lancia Fulvia kit.
I think John was trying to tell us something there. He's doing his roving report on Fox. It was really crackly, John.
Yeah, I think he's got his microphone rubbing against his zip or something.
Yeah.
Is that your bike with the leather bags, John?
Yes,
Yeah,
and it's got tassels on.
Delete the leather bags and the tassels, and that's actually a pretty decent bike.
Right, let's see if I can get it. Right. Can you see that where the track cars are coming from? Towards me. Right. That's the start of the mountain. That takes you up to the gooseneck up there.
Right. That's a fair bit of a straight bit. They would get a bit of pace up on that bit.
And that's the mountain up there.
Ah, right, okay.
So that's where they go off to.
So is that the bit that you've been standing at today watching them whizzing past?
We've been all over the place today.
That sounds like a flat spaceship, that bike.
Couple of old trubbies.
Oh, Vincent's thinking, I'll take my monkey bike over there.
Hey, Vincent would be an element here.
Hey, mate, I've been to a similar area, because when you go to the Belgian Ardennes, it's kind of the same country with up and down and hills and little tight bends. It's surprisingly fun to take a small 125cc bike up roads like that.
There's been loads of them little monkey bikes that Vincent likes.
There is a big following for them in the UK. It basically goes Japan first, Belgium second, UK third. That's like the big 3 countries when it comes to the original Hondas.
Yeah, well, we're off up to the big bike festival tomorrow, so unfortunately they're giving out rain all day for tomorrow, so we might have to take some shovels with us to dig ourselves out. So I'll have to, if I get any chance to photograph any, I'll bang some pictures up.
Cool. Cool.
But yeah, expect a big parcel, Terry, and one for Colin.
Oh, Oh, parcelage. I don't know
Yeah.
if Colin made that out there, but John was saying that expect some parcelage, mate. He's been
Oh,
up to
right,
something. Just go back to the chat there. Spidey was having a wee laugh there. He said, anyone get so excited about a Metro?
The rally metros, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still love them. You know, I thought they were so cool back in the day.
And Spidey said the ones he had were basic A series motors. The actual Metro was a pilot.
Yeah, the 6R4 was a Land Jaguar V6.
Yeah.
From the
Dave Price is in. Dave Price is in. He's going, good evening, everyone. What's Shane saying? We had a Fiat Doblo WAV, and when I was in Home Bargains last week, they actually have a 150 die-cast model of a standard Doblo. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that's the thing, yeah.
Die-cast.
Those things are so fucking lovely.
Like all the Matchbox cars. I used to have all the Matchbox cars, this kid's in but as in model kits.
That's
It's all coming off the mountain.
So all loops past there. Oh, Michael Peel. Ha! See that sign pointing his head that said Peel? That means a good The sign was in a good place there. The Peel was actually next to your napper. But any other funny road signs while you were there?
We've seen one or two, but I can't say them on live on telly.
Oh, it's after 9 PM. Well, it's nearly after 9 PM. You can. Well, Spidey's off to collect his brother. 2-hour drive each way. Got to be a late night. Have a good rest of the show. Right. See you later on, Spidey.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Spidey.
I'm enjoying my cups of tea tonight, actually. So, yeah. So, I'm just trying to think. I'm not going to show you my bench because it's an absolute cluster at the moment.
My bench isn't. My bench is all nice and tidy now.
Yeah, that's because you've got Ray to tidy it up when you're not there. He's done a full clean up. He's even finished a couple of kits that you were farting about with.
I bet.
That's better. Your mic's quieter now. It must have been your microphone. Is your microphone on your...
I've tucked it down my t-shirt.
Yeah, that'll probably.
Right. It must have been rattling off your jacket. It's no so rattling now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So.
Well, how long are you there for? When did you come back?
We come back Friday morning.
Friday. Oh, so you're there for a good week then. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Well, we're here for 10 days. But there's no racing tomorrow, so we're off to the big bike festival. Then there's racing Monday, nothing on Tuesday, I think.
Experts having a laugh there. It says Ray's actually worn a broom out tidying up your man cave. A witch's broom, yeah.
Witch's broom, yeah, I bet. So, how's everybody been going then?
All right, mate.
My TARDIS is nearing completion, so I'm chuffed with that, but I haven't actually done any other model building.
I've seen the pictures you've been posting and stuff of the TARDIS builds.
Is that the right colour of blue, John? I just want to check that I'm doing it the right colour of blue.
That looks just about right. That does.
Right. I'm not going to weather it though, because I wouldn't want to paint it the wrong colour of blue.
But is it a too dark TARDIS? Is it bigger on the inside than it is on the outside?
Well, see, that's what I was saying. I ran out of white paint and blue paint because when I started painting the inside, it took far more paint than I thought. But I was looking at there was a few diagrams actually doing the interior, but what it shows is the interior of the police box. It would be quite hard to do it as the interior of the TARDIS to squeeze all that in all the wee.
Yeah.
So I'm going to frost the windows out a little bit.
But, yeah, we've been right down to the far end of the island today and seen Northern Ireland, and we've been up to the other end of the island and we've seen Bonnie, Scotland.
Oh Christ! Oh, you can actually see the coast of Ireland through there. Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I've never been.
Yeah.
It's on the wish list for me next year, maybe.
Oh, I wouldn't mind going, but I don't know if I would take my bike. Do you reckon it's better taking your bike with you?
What we're going to do if we come back again, we're going to chuck all the bikes in the back of a van this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's You know, because me with my monkey bike, if I do take my bike along, I'm not driving that.
There's been one or two people that have come up to the docks in the cars, parked the cars up at the docks and walked onto the ferries for passengers.
Mhm.
Because you literally walk from the ferry terminal about a quarter of a mile and you're at the start finish straight.
Yeah, because when the actual racing's on, you're not really going to get out touring about on your bike. It's going to be parked up most of the time, isn't it? So.
No, because once the actual race is on and the roads are all closed, you can't get to very many places at all.
So you need to check. You need to basically figure out a viewing spot beforehand.
Yeah.
Bit like rally racing, basically.
Yeah.
Identify the interesting corners. Go sit there.
Well, this is it. We've been out twice now and parked up, got ready for the practice sessions, and there's been rain on one side of the island, so the practice has been cancelled. And we got here to Ramsey yesterday, and literally where I am now, and they had an accident and had to clear the road, and it slowly ate into the practice time. So in the end, they scrubbed it, cancelled it.
Oh dear.
So we sat here for about 2.5 hours, and the practice session was cancelled. So it's all fun and part and parcel of the island.
Yeah, I didn't like to hear it when folk come off though.
No.
Right, we'll try and get this back onto model related stuff, will we?
What's this modelling you speak of?
What is this modelling we speak of? Yeah. All right, Cole.
Fine and dandy, oh mate.
Excellent. So what's all? Obviously, we've got Reliance and stuff, and I'm farting about the TARDIS in the background. What's the current sort of builds that you're going to be doing next? What would you say? We'll go to Colin first.
So me, well, I got me Schmidt. I've got a couple of bikes to do that Michael sent over. Probably do them live at the bench. Fire Engine, Voyager. Yeah, quite a wee backlog. Obviously, I've got me Samba bus with tanks.
You've got a fair bit to be getting on with then, Colin, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got a few bike builds. I've still got to do the E-models cars that I won. I don't know. They're gonna...
That's Corvette.
I wonder why I haven't built them, bless them.
Any more thoughts on whether you're going to rust up that lovely American car?
My how to upset the Corvette only by rusting up a Corvette.
Yeah.
I'm sure people would love it if I'd done
that. Dr. Spruzen going, hello, plastic fanatic.
Hello, Dr. Sprue, how are you?
Right. Right then, Terry, I'm going to cut you loose because we're going to go a bit further.
Okay, mate.
No worries.
Careful, mate.
Catch you later, guys.
Bye.
See you later.
Harry Buggles.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Oh, has he found the button? Oh, he's found the button. So there we go. That was our roving reporter live from the Isle of Man at the classic TT, the Manx TT. So yeah, Dr. Sprue's in. Good evening. So yeah, Cole's got quite a bit to be getting on with. Do you think you're going to get back onto your bench at any time soon, Lynn? Or are you still? I know everyone's still in boxes.
I don't know. I hope it's pretty soon. Because I'm anxious to get back to my Phantom and start on my Beetle.
Yeah, because you'd started on the Phantom and not got any further with it. Yeah. You get.
When I get the Voyager in, I want to get a couple other parts for it, and then we can start. I can start at least popping out the windows.
Oh, that's quite fun. Actually, it's very therapeutic. Yeah. I take it you've got a wee drill thing for.
I have one somewhere around here.
Wee pin vice.
I have somewhere around here.
Cool. Oh, we need to get you back at the bench, Lynn, and get you building stuff. And Sprue's going, hiya, Terry. Hiya, Douglas Sprue. Yeah, Sarge, mate. So you're in the middle of doing a tank of some description in 40 Shades of Green at the moment. What's your next plans after that one? What's...
Once I've got this E75 done, I'm going to really stick myself into an M1A1 that I have.
On Abrams, yeah.
An Abrams. And beginning next month, I've also got my 1975 Dodge Dart to work on.
A Dodge Dart?
Yeah, it was my first car.
Oh, that's cool. Is that an AMT kit, is it?
It's a Reeboks, what do they call that? Phase 2 or something from MPC. It's horrible, in all honesty. The body's beautiful, but everything under the hood looks like crap.
Is it like a classic 70s car, is it?
Pretty much so. I mentioned it before. I think I mentioned it last show. It has no firewall inside. You know?
Oh, that one. Right.
Yeah, it's got a beautiful engine and lots of options for it. It's got fantastic exhaust. It's got every option you need for the leaf springs and lowering it, and 2 different sets of wheels for it, and every type of carburetor you can imagine.
Oh, that's cool.
But then you look under the hood and it's got no firewall. And you're like, what? Yep. How could they totally depth that one up, you know?
Yeah, that's a bit silly.
Yeah, but after that, then I've got a little quick kit, AFE Club Scorpion that I want to do for a Brit friend of mine. And,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, well, one of the things that happened to us during the Gulf War, well, us Yanks were all on our Hummers, right, is we'd get visits from the Brits. They'd come by and trade chicken a la king from us for fresh fruit and tea from them. So that was. Are
you on about ration pack trading or actual food?
No, actually, the Brits were the only people who had fresh fruit and good tea. Yeah.
I heard about that. My mate Davey was a chef in the army, and obviously he's been across the various places, Iraq and stuff like that. And they said there was a trade system going on where our ration packs were better than the American ration packs in the war.
Some were, some weren't. But you know, the key was we were more than happy to trade for something different, and especially the simple fact you don't get tea in an American pack. You only get coffee or hot chocolate, you know.
There was also some other illicit trading of, you know, some of the American troops were very well equipped, and some of the British troops weren't, and there was like trading of boots and all sorts of stuff.
But where I was up on the front area, right, we were lucky that we even had one desert uniform. All the rest of our uniforms were the standard European greens. Mm-hmm. And I was the only one who ended up with a pair of desert boots because I traded for them from a Syrian soldier that was on our flanks. So the Brits mostly came by us for food and drink, you know, trading for American Pepsi, and we'd trade happily for tea from them.
That's quite cool, when you think about it. You know, you're all out there in the field and you're making do, and it encourages international relations. Yeah, I'll trade you. What have you got? Sausage and bean. What have you got? What was in your ration packs? Or is it standard NATO?
No, it's definitely not standard NATO. We had things like dehydrated pork patties. Just add water. But no, they were just starting to come out with things like having Snickers bars or M&Ms within the packages. You know.
Oh, we treat a wee bit of chocolate. Yeah. We used to get chocolate in our packs as well.
Yeah, but no cigarettes anymore, which pissed some of us off who smoked, you know. And there were a couple of really good meals in there, you know, some things that just weren't that bad once you heated them up. Or you could mix it with other stuff, you know.
Once when you're back at base, like my mate David being the chef and that, you're getting proper food. And then I was watching a series on BBC One, it's called Our Girl, but it was quite good. But you've got like the KFCs and all that, and Camp Bastion and all that sort of stuff. And
I wouldn't know about that. We didn't have anything like that.
You don't have anything like that when you were there?
No.
Yeah, but Camp Bastion was like the major fallout base where everyone basically left for the forward fighting bases. Yeah. So it makes sense because that's where the people actually rotate back to when deployed.
It's our main sort of support base, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit like the Brits and the Americans in World War II rotating back to England for
yeah,
week of R&R. You'd get
stealing
more
all our women and then going away again. Yeah, yeah.
Or to Japan during Vietnam.
Yeah, and Korea. Japan was the fallout for Korea as well. Yeah.
Yep.
Dr. Spruce saying if you like Dodges, he recommends a Revel 68 Dodge Dart Hemi from around the 2010 mark.
Yeah, I've got that one. That's a beautiful kit. Unfortunately, it's the 68 and I need a 75, so.
Yeah, I quite like a lot of the look of a lot of the American car kits because a lot of the sorry, I've got a fog in my throat. A lot of the classic sort of 60s and 50s American cars look really, really nice, but the kits are not all that, you know, the old AMT stuff.
There's some really good Reeboxes from Revell. Whereas like the the 69 Charger, the 71 GTX, God, I could go on and on about this. There's like 5 or 6 of them from Revell that are beautiful. They fit perfectly. They've got every part you can imagine that you need for it. The engines sit correctly. It's got everything you want. And then there's some where you go, oh dear God.
So the Revell Reeboxings will be all the ones with 125th on then. Basically.
Yep.
Yeah. That's weird,
it seems like Revell got the best of those, you know.
They got some of the bad ones as well, to be fair, because there are a couple of the X monogram kits that Revell has in their catalog that you go like, ugh.
Yeah, I'll agree with you.
Basically, a safe rule of thumb for Revell kits is when it's like post 2000, 2005, and it's a car, you'll probably be fine.
Yeah, I know my Peterbilt's on a monogram, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Warpage everywhere.
Yeah. So, right, well, what's Spruce saying? Yes, AMT and NPC can be a bit low in detail. Revell seems to be the best. It's just some of them look a bit, you know, the wheels and that. I don't like the chrome on a lot of these kits.
Me neither.
The one-piece bumper and front grille and headlights, and it's all chrome, and it's a bit. Yeah.
Makes me want to cry.
What was I going to say? Yeah, so we're not having a late show tonight. We're just going to be on for about another half hour or so. Basically, because I still need to go to the shops and stuff. And
oh, good! I can watch DTM then.
Oh, cheers! Oh,
is it DTM on?
Yeah, DTM is on at 22:30, I think. It's a night race in Italy.
Ah, but yeah, we're thinking. Hopefully, if we can get our sleep patterns on a match, Colin and I are thinking about doing some at the bench stuff through the week. It'll just be spontaneous, random, whenever we're sort of both at the bench and go, fancy going live. But we're going to try something. Obviously, I think the last time I did a couple of lives at the bench, Colin, it was sort of like mid-afternoon in the UK time. Me and Colin's on a night shift, as we call it here. It's going to be prime time for like Americans, Australians, and stuff like that. If it's 2 o'clock in the morning and we can't sleep, we're going to be at the bench. We're just going to try it and go live at the bench. If nobody watches, nobody watches. But I mean, we're going to try and get a few live at the benches going.
People still be able to watch the archived version at the end of the day. So.
That's right. Yeah. So it's obviously the interwebs is global. Ooh.
Is it?
Is it? I
believe it is. Yeah.
I didn't think it extended further than my room.
Oh, let's see, you're sitting here in this room and you're broadcasting to the whole interwebs.
He's such a tart, isn't he?
Yeah, mate, I've got a basement full of grey supercomputers. I am the internet, Terry.
Yeah, it's one of those little boxes with the flashing light on, isn't it? Out on the It crowd.
Yeah, you will be assimilated by the Vincent. Yes. Dr. Spruce saying they should all look closer at Tamiya. Man, they are great, but they're shake and bake kits. I mean, a lot of the classic kits of nice models are old toolings and everything, aren't they?
Quite a lot of them, yeah.
There's Tamiya kits out there with mistakes as well.
Yeah.
With cars with serious accuracy flaws where you go like, that was never there.
I think a lot of that's to do with the licensing, though, where if it was that exact, they would have to pay quite a lot, wouldn't they?
Tamiya pays licensing no matter what on a kit.
Yeah.
They always go for full accuracy, which is what. Well, they always go for official branding licensing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is why you sometimes go like, really? I mean, you've got the official licensing. They would have probably handed you the original factory blueprints.
Yeah.
Why did you miss that? Like, you know.
Yeah.
And then, you know, there's because to me it does a lot of stuff great, but then there's brands that fill a niche as well, like the bell kits, like the modern stuff, and yeah.
Right, I'm going to go and excuse me. I'm going to go and have a wee look at the dungeon, see what you guys have been up to, and then after that, yeah, we're going to have an early-ish night. But have a quick look at the dungeon and see what you guys have been up to. Now, you'll notice the dungeon is now a closed group. I put a poll up and the majority has voted for us to close it down. So basically, whereas before you didn't have to register and anybody could look at what you were doing, people have to be registered to the dungeon to both post and look at the work that's up there. So there's some interesting stuff in there. So I'm just going to go and get ready to do the dungeon. Nigel's saying it has to disagree, Vince. Tamiya dropped tyre decals and tyre sponsors logos ages ago. Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but when it comes to the car itself,
Right.
If you want decent tires and rims, Aoshima.
You said rims, right? Okay.
Because Aoshima has licensing for all the major Japanese rim manufacturers. Yeah.
They've got some nice
licensing for Yokohama tires, so and Dunlop, I think.
Michelin.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to go into screen share. Where are we? Smooth dungeon. Right, and I'll lock it on me if I can. There we go. I think I've done it right. So we're going to have a quick look at the dungeon. So I haven't done a wee review in here for about a fortnight. So if you aren't a member of the dungeon, go to facebook.com/groups/Smooth Dungeon and feel free to share your work with us. As I say, it's a closed group now, so if you want to share your work, you will need to join. So Expat's been uploading a couple of interesting magazines for you. Marcy's got herself some Warhammer Age of Sigmar in, so they're quite interesting looking little characters after she finished the lowrider build that she did. This is kind of where I've got with my TARDIS. I'm posting them up across on. I've got that new. What's that new thing, Colin? That new interweb thing?
Yeah. Terry's got Instagram.
I've got Instagram now, so.
Bear in mind, this is the man who's just upgraded his computer from a 386.
I've got a new phone now, so I'm posting pictures up on Instagram just as I'm going along. So. We've got Werewolf here. What's he got? Rare Toy Soldiers of Quake 2. Didn't know you could get Quake 2 stuff. Let's have a quick look, see what these are like. Oh, the wee Quake 2 figures. God, that's an old game, Quake, isn't it?
It's still actual. In fact, I think they're doing a remake again now.
So he's saying these figures are obviously bootleg, but yeah. All the wee Quake characters. So that's something a bit fun and a bit unusual. What else have we got? Oh, TARDIS. Philip Ramska, 172nd scale Trumpeter Tu-16 Badger. Ooh, that looks like a big aircraft.
Boy.
I don't know much about that particular craft myself. Any of you guys know anything about that?
It's big.
Yeah, it's big. And it's a jet.
It's a Russian bomber.
Russian bomber, yeah.
Oh, Russian bomber. Okay.
Yeah, medium jet bomber.
Back in the 60s.
Yeah, a bit like the Falcon, I'd say, size-wise.
Yeah, sort of the Cold War type. I can see why coming out of that. I can see some. Obviously, there's quite a lot of trim adjustments to do on that because of the. You see some filling in there, but he's got some wires going into it, which leads me to believe he's going to be putting some nav lights in the tips of the wings. So that's cool. Nice to see people having a go at electricity in the models. But that's a big old craft, that. So that's Philip that's doing that one. Let's have a little scroll down further. What else have we got? Yeah. Oh, some more on the electricity part. So, he's got a green and the red, obviously, starboard and port. What else have we got? Oh, and blue illumination in there. So obviously, yeah, light blocking once it gets the paint on. So yeah, just a simple setup running it. Looks like is that the bomb bay that he's got the battery in there. So he'll have the bomb bay detachable so he can get in and swap his battery out if he needs be. Really, really nice seeing people try to put electricity in.
Nice stuff.
E-models popping stuff up there. What's next? Saturday Night Live. Right, Shane, what's he been working on? He's Escort RS 1800. He says it wasn't the greatest kit to build, but he enjoyed it nevertheless. So this is a Taglieri kit. It's got quite a few flaws with sinkage and stuff, but if you work on it, you can make a decent kit out of it. So that's him working away on the RS 1800. Yeah, we call them
a good Cosworth kit. If you're, of course, then it would be a Mark 1. The RS 1600 Mark 1 that Belkits does is pretty good.
Yeah, Belkits looks a nice.
But then it'll be a Mark 1, of course. Yeah,
looks a tidy little kit that he's managed to.
Yeah, if you put your work in it, they're pretty good. But it's Italeri, so it'll be a bit of work.
Just like the classic shape of these, lovely. I do like the Escorts.
Yeah, those are pretty cars.
Done a good job on that, Shane. I like that. Yeah, I do like that. I wouldn't have fancied doing the decals over there, but yeah. Yeah, Escorts. I remember when in my college days when I was training as a mechanic, a lot of the folk had the Escorts and they were putting the box arch kits on them and everything. So, all right, so that's what Shane's been up to. What else have we got here? Oh, Donald's been doing this big. Oh, it's a big Russian thing. I can't remember what it is. He's got guns and rockets and everything on it.
Russian? That looks like a striker.
Or Chinese.
Or a Chinese thing.
It's striker type, isn't it? Aye.
I don't know. I can't really tell.
There's a star on it.
Yeah, there's a star on it, but
could be Chinese. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one of those Chinese things.
Let's scroll down a bit more.
LZ 210 or something like that.
He has got it somewhere on there. Brett's done a wee tool review on his channel. Oh, look. Oh dear. Oh, dear. We've got to do it.
Sally James.
Sally James. Sally James has made an appearance. So, yeah, we can't have a show without Sally James appearing on it. And somebody says, I'll just leave these here for some of the guys that are in it, like the Sally James. Yes, some tissues. Brian Griffin has been doing a bit more work on his tilly. Oh, nice. He's weathering it up. So it's a nice old tilly. I like that. That's a cool looking kit with all the wooden deck and everything. He's doing a good job of that. I like that. A wee bit of scuffing, a wee bit of weathering here and there. That's going to be a nice build when it's finished. Some nice detail in the kit itself, actually. You can see all the wood grain and everything in the back there. That's a cracking wee kit. So good job on that, Brian. Let's see what else we've got. Van der Zeep is... Oh, he's complaining about raised ejector pin marks on something that he's building. Not quite sure.
Top of the model, Terry.
Oh, is that on the visible side? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's pretty bad, isn't it? And EPN's there and then the raised ones.
I don't think it's the visible side, but it probably interferes with the fit. And that.
Yeah, it would do, yeah. Yeah, that looks like the underside, but yeah, I bet a lot of cleanup on that. Clean up now, 5. Here we got. We've already had a quick look at that one. Chris over at Gross Models has finished his 144 diorama build. So if you want to have a look at that, go over to his channel.
That's a beautiful.
Gross Models. That's more Tilly stuff. Stuart Bremner, 172 Curtis Tomahawk starter set. He's actually done it for an actual scene in Libya in 1941. So there we go. Curtis Thompson, that's a nice wee plane. Some nice weather on it. Shark's Mouth approved, of course. That's a nice wee plane, that. Do you like that?
Yes.
Yeah, and all the streaking on the underneath and everything, obviously for the weapons firing. And
there's a funny story about a Warhawk that was found a couple of years ago in the Egyptian desert. Yeah. Sarge is already cringing.
Yeah, that's maximum cringe.
The government demanded it back because they're like, one of our pilots died in that. You know, that's our plane. Give it the fuck back.
Oh,
which is like, you know, fair enough. And then, you know, put it in the RAF museum after restoration. The Egyptians went, no, you can have the bones of the pilots that they found nearby because he actually walked away from the wreck. But, you know, desert.
I've found it, so I'm keeping it.
And then they kept they kept the plane itself. And let's just say the restoration, that model looks more realistic than the actual restoration of the actual plane does. Trust me.
Yeah, it's got some nice weathering on it.
They restored it to a. How do you say that in German? There's a perfect saying for it, but basically they broke it while they restored it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the only thing to say about it. It looks horrific.
It's a cracking looking model kit. So that's Stuart Bremner's put that up. Now, if you've been following Colin's Greedley build, part 2 is up on the Tinterweb. So if you go across to Fester 67's workshop, make sure you drop a wee sub in as well. So it's the second part of where he's going with that. Philip Ramscart is also working on a 172, which is a rather large scale U-190 Type 9 submarine. He's nearly finished. Just a wee bit of weathering to do, and he's waiting on the crew to turn up. So it's a big kit.
Wow.
It's a big old kit, that. It looks a nice kit, actually. I do like that. Interesting to know, obviously, because there's a decal on the back that causes a lot of problems to people. Did that come with the kit, or did you have to get that separate?
I'd imagine you had to get that separately.
Yeah. That's a cracking size of kit, that.
Yeah.
That's a big old submarine, 1/72 scale. What's Vamp been doing? I think we covered that the last time, but he's posted some more pictures up. Yeah, he's been chroming up that card build he's doing, but I'm sure he just uploaded some just now, so I'll refresh it. And it's mostly all magazines. Oh, that was Vincent's. Did we cover that last time, your figure painting?
Yeah, I was doing it on the live stream, so yeah, we did.
We did, that was the last time, right?
Yeah.
So I think we've caught up there, and I'll just do a refresh because I've seen people had
I
added.
think we have caught up there, yeah.
Added some pictures. There we go. I'll be refreshed. Oh, here we go. Right, this is what Vamp was doing. A 65 Impala after a hell of a fight in the grill. So he's finished it. That's like nice, Vamp. I like that. I like the wheels on it. That's cool. Oh, look, the interesting way the bonnet opens up to the side. That's quite cool. That's a nice job on that, Vamp. I do like the rims. They're very nice.
Very nice. That's a beautiful work there.
That's a nice looking car, isn't it? 65 Chevy Impala. That's the ones you put all the jack-up kits on when you're going along, trying to entertain the ladies and everything.
Yep. One of the ones. Now that you're talking about the bouncy cars?
Yeah, you know the low riders and that. They sort of come up by the girls and they start popping all the suspension. It's all bouncing about all over the place and everything.
Yeah, but it's the older ones that do that too.
Yeah. So yeah, that's good. Keep your work going up in the dungeon. Just because it's a closed group now doesn't mean that we don't want to see your picture. So do keep putting your works in progress and your finished builds and everything up on there. And of course, we'll announce any group builds that we've got going on. I've just been a bit lazy to make the graphics up and post it up and stuff. But yeah, keep putting your pictures in there because I do like looking at that part when you guys are all, doing your work and posting pictures up for us all to see. Keep that going. I know it's a closed group now, but keep posting them up. I think that's pretty much me covered everything. Anybody else got anything?
And horrible restoration I was mentioning earlier, just like to make. So this is how they found it, right? Basically, time capsule sort of situation where
Oh yeah.
they found it where it crashed more or less complete.
Right.
And then the Egyptian government did this.
Oh my God!
So now it looks like a toy.
Oh
yeah.
They didn't even bother mounting the engine back in.
Yeah.
Ah.
That doesn't look as good as that model we were looking at on the dungeon.
As worse as that is, it gets even worse because the pilot, who's still missing in action, is named nowhere near on the plane. There's no plaque commemorating the pilot or something like that.
And it's completely the wrong colors, and they're glossy, and it's nasty.
Yeah, it should be sad. It should be sad. Plus, the British never had shark mouths on their planes.
That was an American thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Brits never did it on their fighters. Yeah.
But if it was a Smoo Industries one, it would have a shark's mouth on it.
Yeah, but that's not a historical vehicle then. That's a special vehicle.
It's a bit special. Spelled S-P-E-S-H-A-L. Special.
Hashtag.
Well, as I say, I've got some errands to do, so it's a slightly shorter show than normal. But I think we've covered everything. We've done the dungeon, what everybody's up to. Yeah, anything else to cover?
No, you was thinking about going back to weekly shows, wasn't you? And we was going to ask the audience basically as to whether or not they thought that that would be a better option for them, or to stay 2 weekly.
Yeah, because we're kind of like, and it's nice having a little break in between, and you can just get battered on with stuff at the bench. But I miss the sort of crack and the joking around with the guys on a Saturday night. So we're thinking about going back weekly. So any feedback on that at all, just stick it in the dungeon, or drop us a PM or an email or something like that. But yeah, I'm missing the weekly sort of thing of it.
Yeah, I mean, we've covered the bench stuff as well, haven't we? So people actually.
I've got to catch a shop tonight before the shop. So I think we'll wrap it up for tonight. As I say, it's shorter than normal, so 2 hours. But I mean, it's
yeah. Sorry, I was late, by the way.
That's all right, Vince. That's no problem. You've popped in. We even got a roving reporter in from the
we did, didn't we?
So what I'll say is thanks ever so much for all of you for tuning in, as usual. I hope you're all enjoying the hobby. And yeah, Nigel's saying definitely go back to weekly. I think a lot of things about Fortnightly is we all had personal things on, plus I wasn't actually at the bench doing anything, and now I'm at the bench doing stuff that will maybe encourage me to keep on with it. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. Watch this space. We'll maybe try and go back on weeklies. As I say, any live at the benches will be impromptu. You probably won't get any notice. It will pop up that either on Colin's Festa 67 channel, Terry and Colin's live at the bench, or it might be on mine, just depends who's supposed to hang out at the time and presses the live button. And it'll just be what we're working on at the bench, and you can join in and have a chat and a laugh with us. So yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll keep you updated on whether we go back to weeklies again. And yeah, I think that's it. So from me, a very good night, and thank you for tuning in.
And a good night from me.
Catch you later, people.
So yeah, we'll catch you later on, and have a very nice weekend, and speak to you later. Bye.